Okay, well, let's be real. Hey, what's up? It's Amanda, and welcome back to my channel. And today, we're gonna be honest. That was really cringy. Anyway, today we are bringing back the computer, and we are going to go over every single one of my hot takes. Some of these you might agree on, some of them you might not. It'll open up discussion, hopefully. I have an entire list full of different opinions that I came up with the other night, and I just think that why not share them? I love starting up the drama. The first opinion that I wrote down is that luxury brands are overrated. Oh my god! I cannot express how much I agree with this statement. I don't think it's worth it to spend $300, $400 on a fucking bag or a belt that you'll maybe wear once. You can buy so many other things with that money, and you're choosing to buy an article of clothing or a bag, or like, it's just, but some people might disagree. But that's what this whole video is for. It is for stirring up the pot and just being honest. Number 2, I think that peanut butter is nasty. Ugh, disgusting. It should not be edible. It should not be a favorite of people's. It smells terrible. It tastes horrible. The texture, every single type of texture of peanut butter, and I know there's different versions, suck. I will put Reese's up for debate because I know those are like, I never actually had Reese's, I'll be completely honest. So I can't put that up for debate. It's just like, why would you want a peanut butter sandwich? Like, I don't get it. Number 3, Christmas shouldn't start immediately the day after Halloween. Now I know what you're thinking. Amanda, you're a fucking psycho. And yes, I am. But listen. Halloween is my favorite holiday. It is the holiday for me. Immediately once the pumpkin spice comes out, that is my time. It is my time to shine. Everyone will be annoyed at me because it's what I live for. And again, I love Christmas. I love Thanksgiving. I just feel like maybe like, oh, the weekend after Thanksgiving. Not the day after Thanksgiving. I mean, that's not horrible. It's better. Maybe just wait a day or two. Take your time. Don't rush it. Because I feel like that when people celebrate Christmas too early, it just like, it ruins the vibes. Like, it just doesn't make me as excited. It's just like, oh, I've been listening to Christmas music for so long now. And it's just like, at that point, it gets boring. It gets annoying. It gets old. There's that. Anyways, following that, number 4, Christmas songs are actually not that good. They're not. Most are horrible. I can't stand them sometimes. But I endure it and I deal with it for the holiday season. And that's another reason why I won't listen to Christmas music so early on, is because it gets just so repetitive and annoying. Same with Christmas movies. I feel like people make so many now where the plots are the exact same, and I get it. Like, it's just the holidays, like, it's just for fun, like, you don't think much of it. But like me, who is a movie nerd, I have to. Christmas music isn't bad necessarily, however, I can't just listen to it like right after Halloween. I can't do that. If you listen to Christmas music too much, it gets overbearing, I feel like. For number 5, TikTok is actually very, very overrated. And now this is coming from someone who actually does use TikTok every single day. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I love TikTok. I probably scroll on my For You page 3 hours a day, maybe more. I use TikTok, I'm not gonna say I don't. I create on TikTok also, which, link below. But I just think that there are better social media platforms. YouTube, for example, is such more entertaining when you actually know what you want to watch and what you're into. You can do long form, short form. Also, I do think they did recently add a long form option on TikTok. I think it's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. But they have it on there. However, I don't feel like people will be more inclined to watch those on TikTok versus YouTube. The creators aren't that captivating with it sometimes. There's only so much you can do on TikTok is what I mean by this. And I just feel like with other platforms, there's much more range and creativity to go about things. Number 6. Now we're switching gears a little bit. We are going to enter the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which I am a huge fan of. I am such a nerd when it comes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And this one may cause a bit of controversy. But the Loki show, specifically season 2, is one of the best Marvel projects that they've come out with. And people are just too afraid to say it. I loved the show. Am I a Loki fan? Yes. Is he one of my favorite characters? Yes. However, even if I wasn't, the plot was just so good. And it kept moving fast enough where it didn't leave me just bored and wanting to scroll online or distract myself. Like, it kept me engaged. The CGI was amazing. The cast was great. The acting was phenomenal. The ending set up a lot for the future of the MCU and future projects, whereas a lot of other shows just kind of did their own thing. And that brings me on to number 7. Scarlet Witch is not the most powerful Marvel character in the cinematic universe. I'm not including Jean Grey and the X-Men, any of that, because by far, Jean Grey would be up there. However, I do feel that with these new MCU projects, Wanda is getting dethroned as the most powerful character in the MCU. Some people are going to disagree. A lot of people are going to disagree, and I know that, but I don't care. And the film bros can come after me, but I don't give a shit. Number 8. The books are not always better than the movies. Most times, books are always better than the movies. For example, Twilight, The Hunger Games, Harry Potter. However, the TV film adaptations can be better, I do feel like. For example, This Summer I Turned Pretty. I like the show, albeit it's not the best, better than the books. But I'm also not a huge romance book girly, so that might be part of it. I love to read. I literally have a ginormous shelf of books. However, I like the show more. And for Heartstopper as well, I like the show better than the comics. Seeing the characters actually there in front of me, well, I mean, it is a comic series, but like the actors really add a lot to it. With, you know, improving or whatever, I just think it's a lot better. I still enjoyed the comics. I'm so excited to read the next book, but number 9, continuing off of the book theme, ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas is heavily overhyped, especially on Book Talk. I don't know, I've read a good amount of it and I just don't think that it's that great. I have it right here. I do own the first book and I also own the second book. I don't know if I'm gonna ever even be able to read it because I can't get past this one. I am on chapter 4. I even have a Farah bookmark. But I don't know, I just can't. I think the last part I went on, she was like hunting for a wolf or something. And I just think it moves so slow, I can't get into it. Like, I have heard great things about the series and I'm sure it's good, but it's not as good as everyone makes it out to be. And that is coming from a huge fantasy. One of my favorite series is The Cruel Prince, so I love fae romance, but this is just, maybe I'll get into it someday, but not today. Number 10, Big Time Rush was better than One Direction. Maybe that was too much. I'm sorry. I listened to both as a child. I was obsessed with both. But I do think that I was much more interested in Big Time Rush. I don't think I was ever into their music like I don't think I was ever into One Direction's music as much as I was with Big Time Rush. I was so obsessed with Big Time Rush. I made a sign for the concert when I was like 4. Well, was I 4? I was young, we'll say. And even their new music, I love their new music. And again, I love One Direction. I loved it. I adore their music. I am a huge Harry Styles fan, if you couldn't tell. I don't really have a reason for this. Maybe it's more just based on my personal opinion and like my personal experiences. Because that's how I'm justifying it. But either way, it's my opinion. So, still counts as a hot take, I think. Number 11. Ketchup is disgusting. Nasty. Falls right next to peanut butter. It's horrible. horrible, horrible, horrible. I don't like tomatoes either, so that might be why I don't like ketchup, or not. Because some people like tomatoes but hate ketchup, or hate ketchup but like tomatoes. Like, it's totally a preference thing, so like I'm not gonna judge. Like, it's just so plain and just not good. And it's a red flag if you like ketchup or tomatoes. I'm sorry, I said it. I said it. Finally, on my list, number 12, college is a scam. Now, hear me out for this one. Not always. It depends on your major and what you want to do in the future and what you want to study. If you want to study nursing or psychology or physical therapy, go ahead. College is important in that scenario. If you want to study English, for example, it's not that important. It's not going to make or break you. If you want to be an author, if you want to write poetry, it's not going to make or break your future. Trust me. Even with photography, you don't need to spend so much money on a tuition for a school to learn how to take pictures, because you can do that yourself. You can learn through your mistakes. There's no need to spend money in those scenarios. So I think it's really all just bullshit. Yeah, in some businesses it is really important and you can't get a job without a degree, but in other cases it just doesn't matter. No one will ask. If you want to be an influencer, there's no college class that there's no need for a degree. However, PR is very different. If you want to get into PR, that is something entirely. But with my case, I am an English major. I'm a creative writing major. It's nice to have these classes to teach you skills and just help mold you into what kind of writer you want to be, and like different techniques and all this stuff. You don't need to be an English major or a writing major to be a writer. There are plenty of bestseller authors who weren't majors in English at all, and they are successful. Yeah, also, tuition is highly, highly, highly overpriced. Meal plans, overpriced. On top of that, if you're not going to be a math major or have anything in the future to do with math, you don't need to take math. They just give it to you just because it's a core class, a core curriculum. I'm an English major and I'm being forced to take mathematics. The professors don't care if you succeed or not. And with that being said, these are my hot takes. Some of them might cause controversy, some of them might not. I'll leave that up for debate in the comments. If you like this video and you want to see more like this in the future, please remember to like and comment and subscribe for post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!